said that the items we want to discuss, we can discuss.
Okay, thank you.
Faisal.
And from Faisal,
Yeah,
please.
thank you and good morning again everyone. Assalamualaikum. Happy Chinese New Year. Happy Tet.
Happy Tet.
Masuk dalam Ramadan and soon Hari Raya. So you have so many festive. So don't know where to go. So I think geopolitically has been a challenge. You see the peace conflict, lot of damages, but on the oil industry, you can see the crude price is really going up. Even energy price is really going up as well. Can be good or can be very scary. Let's see how it goes. I think I conclude what Mike said. Looking forward for the conversation 2025 and what's our focus in 2026, and as well as keeping track of some that MWCs that we have for our projects, and even some of the conversation that taken place in SCC. So looking forward for the good conversation today, and let's expand the
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Nguyen.
Yeah. So by this meeting, we would like to start the year of 2026. We have the target. We're gonna align from all parties, and we're gonna be together to go to that target by today. So that's all we looking for in this meeting. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all for the remark. And now we move, before we begin with the detail, we go through the agenda for today. So after a certain moment, we will update you on the previous MCM action items, and then we update you on the performance for 2025 and the 2026 plan activity. And also we will update you on commercial and the AOB. So for first of all, as for safety moment, you can look at the screen now, please. It's the picture for BCC team, and now Karim will help me with the message.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Morning. Usually we show the video, but today I just want to have a bit of difference. Probably just a cartoon picture here, so people could translate this picture into 2 or 3 kind of reflections. Yeah, some would say that there's only one person working over there, the rest is just watching and complaining. Yeah, and also I would say there would be another dimension that we could look as a person with a fresh eye looking into organization, that there would be a lot of issues here. Yeah, the rest of the black jacket was saying that no, we have maneuvered this organization through the tremendous performance, but yet the fresh eye, the new person being on board, saying that probably there's some continual improvement that we could be done to the organization. So I guess that would be the reflections.
Okay, thank you for a meaningful message.
The guy trying to stop the leak is the only one for the live chat.
Yeah, yeah,
He's also the one not at a certain time.
yeah. I see.
I'll leave that one.
So MC engineer.
Those interpreters, I saw that this morning. I went, wow. That's it.
Okay. So now we move on to the action items. First of all, is on the 2025 production. In the last meeting, PVP requested us to review and study any opportunity for the enhancement of the liquid production to achieve the MCM target. But unfortunately, for 2025, as you may aware, that we could not meet the target despite our best effort. We will share in detail later in the following section. But be ensured that for 2026, we will continue with that effort. We look at the mitigation to protect our base production We will apply some technology and find another way to revive the idle wells. So for the next action item is on the FSO contract extension. In the last meeting, we shared with you on the option that we work on. That's 2-year extension or 3-year, 5-year, or 10 years. And at that time, it's pending the quotation from the FSO contractor. And in this meeting, we're afraid that we could not have any update yet because it's still pending for the commercial quotation from the contractor. Despite that, although they promised that they will provide it by end of last month.
Yeah. They say this week. Let's see.
Is it very encouraging?
No official indication. So, but we're supposed to get the letter by end of this week, so we'll let you know once we do have it. Yeah.
Okay. Next action item is on Mungas Saffron development, and in the last meeting we updated you that we were bidding for FIT, and Chaligali show that they have a different view on this project, and they requested a discussion. And after the meeting, we engaged Chaligali in September to present the option for the project, including with or without FIT. And thank you that Chaligali concur with us for the recommendation to proceed with FIT and provided the approval for the AFE for FIT work. The next action item is on the FSO regeneration study. PPP requested us to check whether the FSO study report is considered a completion of minimum work commitment. And also, Chaligali request a discussion on the result of the study by November 2025. And so far, we sent the letter to MPM and PVN via email for the completion of FWC. And also, we share with partner the final report for the FSO regeneration study in December. Okay, we move to another action item is on 2026 production. In the last meeting, partner requested us to consider the work plan for some maintenance project, specifically moving some 4 kpm compressor from February to August. And at discussed during the meeting that on the scope of work for August shutdown had been reviewed. So we will try to look at the opportunity. So for now, we update you here because the timing of the compressor dictated by the machine working hour. And we have a review and we try to optimize the 4 kpm during the period of low gas demand. And also we try to optimize the use of 8 kpm also. Try to minimize the overall production impact during the August turnaround. And for your information that we are working with the OEM to reduce the scope of 4K, and also we try to extend the running hour between the plant maintenance windows for these machines.
Everything's at risk. If you move away from the OEM's recommendations on maintenance windows, there's a risk. It's a commercial risk because we've got engine change-ups on the back of it, and early engine failures that we've been made to say we get preferential machines. But what we've started with, we've looked at the scope of the contract, we've looked at what the scope from the boss we've been talking with them about. Do we need to do it okay? Can we push it to the runners for machines? So we're ready to have a discussion on Monday the NIRT, and we've got a forward plan to work on and we'll engage solar. I think we'll get some changes, but we've got to phase them in. Some of them will phase in as the production gets less, the machines get less critical. And you can take a risk of one failing early because you don't need three, you only need two. You know, and those sort of things. That we're looking all the way ahead on that. It's part of our. There's another bit of it. It's one of the main initiatives we want. As we start to place our goals, share that with the TCM.
Okay, thank you. Okay, for next for the 2026 WBB for OPEX. In the last meeting, a partner requested us to pay attention to the production and OPEX outlook with reference to the project quest. So it's indeed a valid challenge, and we took this seriously. And for your information, that HML business plan OPEX for 2026 and 2027 is now set at 2025 year end, which means is 246 million. By doing this, we will reschedule some repair scope and do optimization in some work like MRU or some change out, and also continue to optimize the logistics. And for our main target for this initiative is to try the long-term OPEX from 2028 onward, closer to the project quest profile.
So we've actually done a lot of work trying to reduce our OPEX. When we put the work plan and budget together, we didn't take into consideration some of the potential cost savings for the changes we're making. Our internal business plan reflects a lot of that. But what we've also done is there's a lot of equipment, as I've said many times before, we've all just kicked down the road that needs replacing. 20 plus years old pumps and motors and things. So we looked at them seriously and looked at can we move them over the next few years to phase out the cost. We're going to have to spend the money. We're taking a risk on that. And as I said to our own board, is that if something feels that we've moved out to 27, 28, and I need to clear it this year, we come back with more money.
Come back to us.
Yeah. So for fire pump goals, we used to say that last time, we can risk it the last couple of 2 years. It was this year, I'll be back with money. Yeah. So, but for now, we've looked at it and said, in balance of risk, we can move some of these out.
Project quest for my first
Project Quest was the one thing. And there's a number of things in the forward OPEX we did with that. And some of it was as production reduces and we start to look at run to aim or run to fail concepts of some of the equipment, then we'll reduce some OPEX. Now what we're doing with this 28 onwards is we're actually saying what's that mean and when those decision points. And then we'll that into forward OPEX program. So we're into the detail of that one. It was done at high level first.
I think can you already notion of why we need to drive the OPEX reduction, specifically maybe on the economic limit of the portfolio.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at 2.6 at the moment, based on the year, what would be your current limit for this?
On this year itself, we definitely push it beyond the 27 that you mentioned. I think that one was based on a very high WPP number for 26 and 27. Internally, when we assess what we think is hopefully the likely moving forward OPEX profile, we should be able to go back to what we said during Quest, which is the late 2030s. So a lot of work will have to be done, like Mike mentioned. We have a team that's working on it, on all the different optimization strategies in different areas. Similar areas that you have mentioned in your recent letter and also PVT's letter. I think all those areas are well understood. We are looking into it. But our plans definitely try to bring the value back to as close as possible to Quest. Like Mike mentioned, Quest had a lot of different assumptions back then. which might not be valid at this point of time due to various circumstances. But we are looking to bring it back close to Quest in terms of the economic unit. So production obviously, is a bit lower than what we said Quest. Again, all the projects come in short, for example, like Aster development as well. And OPEX itself has gone up. So we're trying to, look at bringing down the OPEX, but at the same time, stringently look at CAPEX and the production. What else we can do to bring down the cost of the CAPEX as well?
There's a massive reality we've got to remind ourselves is that we did Quest with 2021 costs in 2022. There's been major events in the globe that's driven costs up and they're not all down again and they're not all down again. There's also been local events, sales and service tax, stamping contracts, they've all gone straight to our costs.
Because in my request, we give the least actually being protected.
Correct.
Oh, we understand all that. We're all in the same boat.
It's a level sheet.
Yeah, and that's why we're trying to drive it down. But pushing the reality into the world economy, costs have gone up significantly since 2021. 21 before. That's the contract prices we had. Yeah, when we did the investments in 2022. So it's going to make it economically challenging unless the oil price is higher than the rock they'll balance it off. So yeah, we're obviously in a decision.
Mike is right that we based the extension on 2021 big date, but we signed the extension in 2024. So people get criticized and say, hey, why didn't you take another look at it again before you signed it? Many reasons for that, right? We all know that internally we did have a notion that we could bring down the cost, to be closer. And we're not looking at a 5-10 million reduction here. We're looking at a step change, philosophy change in operating the asset. Even the FSO extension, even if we go FSO pipeline, it's not going to make a massive difference to the economic unit. We're talking about 10 million, 12 million a year. So I think the scheme that, that's looking to bring down costs, they've got a big task ahead of them to look at philosophy change in terms of long-term OPEX of running an aging asset to bring the cost down and extend the economic limit. PMP is a half of times. If we go uneconomic early, it's going to happen all the time. So we realize it's very strategic and it's a very big undertaking for the team to look at the OPEX. And we share all your concerns.
So there will be decisions where you actually have to choose spending money or accepting low reliability.
Potentially, yeah.
No, not potentially, but would that be it? Because you pay to keep a machine going. It gives you 2.1%, but that's a lot of money. If you drop that second machine out, then the availability of those machines is 85%. Because when it's down for maintenance, yeah. So there will be decision points for the boards or so low you need to just go for low cost rather than high reliability. And that's decisions that they feel like that you have to take.
The cost driver needs to be updated in MCM. Maybe not. I don't know what the tool.
We'll update you as we get progress that we're comfortable sharing. But there's a lot of work going on, an awful lot of work going on. And it's been going on since the end of 2024.
So it's because it's the only benefits that
Yeah. I think it's your concern and our concern similar. Internally, we share the similar concern as well. But rest assured, economic life is not going to be 2027.
There's something that one.
Yeah, for sure. That we can say today. Yeah.
We all will continue here.
We are cancelled.
But we'll keep you posted of progress on the long-term OPEX reduction.
And of course, in a couple of months' time, we're kicking off WBD. So I'm sure we will discuss this a bit more as well on next year's plan, future year's plan, and all the concerns on long-term OPEX. I'm sure we'll have more share.
Right, thank you. We move next. The action item is on pipeline integrity. So in the last meeting, we shared with you the study result for the pipeline integrity, and in which it identified that 2 pipelines require the replacement by 2028. And partner requested us to look at the economic feasibility and also the detailed work plan and the impact of the jobs. And right after the MCM in the last year, we got the discussion, the technical section with partner, and partner also request to consider carrying out the subsea UT verification to validate the 2024 IP result and enhance the current chemical program. For the 24-inch pipeline from BBA BOD, have the positive NPV to repair. In contrast, the pipeline, the 22-inch, it had marginal returns. So the operator recommended not to repair at this stage. So for the subsea verification, we plan to re-inspect the BBA 24-inch in late 2026 this year to validate the IP findings, and also we assess the effectiveness of the VCI program, which is ongoing, and the target of completion of this is by Q2 2026. Okay, so the last action item is on PSC amendment. So in that last meeting, it's requested us to accelerate the process to obtain the full package of documentation for the PSC extension after the KPA approval. Until now, the draft PSC Addendum 2 is being reviewed by the host government, Petro Vietnam and Petronas, and we expect to receive the draft in the first half of this year. So we will continue to update you on this. Okay. So we move to 2025 performance update. This is the KPI summary for PM3 in 2025. As you may be aware that for SSC, we could not meet the LTIF target, and it marked red here. And for the liquid production and also gas cell, we could not meet the target. We will share in detail later in this meeting, and it marked red here. For expenditure, we spend lower than the budget in own category, CAPEX, OPEX, ABEX. For CAPEX, we spend 29 million lower than the budget, and OPEX 55 million, and ABEX 10 million. So we will share in detail in the following section. So despite the production target we could not meet, but we still got the lower UPC because we spend lower in OPEX. So the UPC is at 14.5. Okay. Now we move to SSC update.
Okay, a bit of an update for the previous 2035 programs. We have completed 5 PSM masterclass that involve the line managers and senior management. We also launched the resilience at workplace. This is in terms of psychological program. Other than that, we also have the safety culture, which the human performance improvement. We did the visit to the offshore, had the engagement with the crew over there. Yeah, there are a couple of audit as well as up to the emergency drills that we have conducted for last year.
Okay, we move to the exploration subplot.
Can you go back to the
Yep.
HSE?
Okay.
We got a red flag on the LTIF. Can
Yes.
you bring us a little bit more detail on that?
So that was the incident
LTI.
the 22nd of February last year
Mhm.
from one of the deck crew who broke his leg. Results of safety stats for the rest of the year. And that, from there, there would be no major incidents or even significant incidents from there for the rest of the year. The individual was back to work in September.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to work in September. Long recovery because he broke two major bones in his leg, but he's back at work, thankfully. But a lot of lessons learned from that, a lot of focus put on reminding people stop and think before things are routine tasks. It's routine tasks, this was a routine task. But they were going about it the wrong way because they didn't stop and think. So just remind them to actually take the time to stop and think. And part of the psychological safety sort of campaign we've been doing is reinforcing that. It's a good campaign, we're building on that. It's just reminding people that they're responsible for their safety and the people around them, taking a bit of time before we start doing it every time. It makes sense. And also giving them more confidence that if there's something about the job they're not comfortable with, they can always leave and come back to it later. So whether impacting or their own equipment or whatever. So giving them that confidence that they can make decisions about safety and to make those decisions. So a lot of work into that. And we'll just keep going, you've got to keep in mind people all the time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we move to the exploration sublab.
Right. So for explorations, the plan is that we drill 1 hour this year.